checking out the miles. We do the mile stop.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Angel, and we're back with another video. And as you guys can read by the title what this is about to be, it's gonna be a story time. I've been seeing y'all in my comments on my last few story times like, why haven't you did a story time? I had a lot of crazy things happen to me, y'all, and as y'all can read by the title, this is the beginning. Things that I don't think personally I deserved, but I'm gonna put it out there. And if you guys can hear, my nose is a bit stuffy and my voice is a bit hoarse. The pollen has been taking me out. It's spring. So I brought to you today these spring colors. I hope you guys are feeling it like I'm feeling it. And if you guys haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe now. Please. Make sure you hit that bell so y'all can see every time your girl posts. Like I was saying before, I know y'all are going to be interested in the videos and a lot of things that y'all probably haven't been through yet. Y'all could look and listen to me and not go down the same path that I went through. Okay? Let's go ahead and get right into the story. Before I start the actual story, I want to do a backstory so you guys can understand where I met Scammer at. So, like I said, I call her Scammer for a reason. So y'all finna see why I call this girl Scammer. And she knows what she is. This is what she wanted to be. I met Scammer in 2016. And it was 6 years at the time from when we fell out. So I know her for the 6 years. But I met her in beauty school because that's when I started. After I left high school, I did a couple of months, decided to take a little break off of schooling. And I didn't really know the kind of path that I wanted to go down. But I did know that I wanted to do makeup. And as you guys can see, I love to do makeup. I love to do, pretty things. I'm like a beauty expo or something. I just love the beauty industry personally. Like I said, this is a backstory, so don't try me in the comments like you're not talking about the story. Y'all be trying me in the comments like this has nothing to do with the story. It does. Gotta go down the line here. She didn't start the time that I started. She started 3 weeks after because we went to Empire and every 3 weeks they end up bringing new people in. So that's how it rolls over. So I started the 3 weeks before she came. You have a whole year you're supposed to be there. You're supposed to do your time and then you can leave. So if you guys don't really know about beauty school, that's kind of what it is. It's like a trade school or something. Personally, it wasn't the school to really go to makeup for. It was more so about hair. But I didn't do my research on it. I just jumped on the first thing. And that's why. I told y'all how I met her. I need to describe how she looked so you guys can get a personal idea of what she looked like. So Scammer was a beautiful girl. At the time, I had just turned 18 because I was 17 when I graduated. And I turned 18 before I started the beauty school, which I started school in August. So yeah, she was 20. Virgo. Yeah. I say that she's big. She's a big girl, but she's beautiful. I will give her that. I'm not going to be no hater on here. I'm going to tell y'all the real and only the real. And personally, I don't really care. I'm not looking at a woman. Her face card didn't decline. She's a bit taller than me too. I'm 5'3". I think she's like 5'6" or something. And her style is amazing. Like, I like her style. She's very herself, and I can give her that. Like, I have a different style than everybody else. I'm the dress-up friend, but she did not look ugly in her clothing, even though she's big. Like, she could put on an outfit, and it still looked good. And I had other friends that just did not know how to put nothing on, like some of the same stuff that I like. And I give her that. Like I said, I'm not a hater. I give her props. So I'm going to tell y'all this. I looked up to her. I did. But not in the ways that I'm supposed to look up to someone. I like what she put on, her confidence, and all that. She was just a different person, like an older sister. And that's how I'm going to throw it out there. And describing a little more about her so you guys understand. She's that friend that I would say you could do fun things with, but not, anything personal. I couldn't tell her my personal shit. I really couldn't. She was that friend that I could literally just say, hey girl, let's go out, and she down for whatever. But I never talked to her about none of the stuff that I was going through personally or just anything like that. We never had a real conversation, a real talk. So we were just those type of friends that, you have. A lot of us have those type of friends where we could just call up and be like, hey girl, I ain't got nothing to do today. I want to go out. If you want to be outside, that's the type of friend she was. She wasn't no best friend. She wasn't nothing like that to me. Let's link up. Let's go out. That's who she was. She's that person that you could be like, we only here for a good time, not a long time. And it's basically what it is. I never had a person like myself. I'm the supportive friend that's down for you and that's gonna support you, gonna be there for all your accomplishments. And I know it's not about the storm. If y'all heard that, it's thunder. The lights cut off and be pissed off. Let me hurry up and get this story down. But yeah, I couldn't have somebody that would just, be there through all my accomplishments. Or she did hair, I did makeup, but she would never come to me to get her makeup done, and she know that I do it. And I get it. She was more of a natural person, but still, I feel like vice versa to every friend. And I had another friend that did hair that never came to me and let me do her makeup. But I always paid you to do my hair. And I could have went other places because I had cousins that do it way cheaper or didn't even want me to pay them. I would go the way that you would go. So it's those type of friends that I be on the lookout with for. They knew I had a YouTube at the time and didn't want to put my YouTube out there. It's not your place to do it, but it's a thing where I just would do stuff. She had posted of her doing my hair. I would post the pictures up there on my Instagram. I'm that person. But you see me post about my YouTube and don't post my YouTube on your page, that's like low-key hate. And if you guys don't know that, if you are doing something and your friend don't ever post you or like your stuff, it's low-key hate. I don't care what nobody say. I think she did subscribe to my YouTube channel, but I mean, I don't know personally if she liked any, but still, I wanted a little more. And it's not even me wanting it. You should do a little more if you're somebody's best friend personally. That's how I look at things. But maybe that's just me. Y'all haven't seen Miami Storytime, y'all don't know. But I had a friend, and I'm going to call her Bestie. That's like my best friend for a lot of years back then. She was. So I kind of brought them two together. Because like I said, I knew Bestie from high school. I just had met her. So when we all started hanging out, I had kind of like, you know how you start bringing people together. I had brought Bestie into a lot of the friendships that I did have. So then she ended up becoming friends with them. We all have different personalities. Like my personality, I'm more of the cool, calm, laid back, but I like to do fun things and I'm weird and awkward. I like to dress up. I'm that person. Bestie the down for whatever friend too. Feel like she to herself, she don't care. She don't dress up and nothing like that. She don't put that shit on. She that friend that just don't give a fuck. That's really what it is. Scammer just got her own style, but she's not the compassionate type. Me and Bestie's relationship was more so of the best friends. Like I could call her and hit her up whenever I need her, and that's what ours was. I couldn't just call up Scammer and be like that. So, like I said, we all have different personalities, which is okay because you're not supposed to have the same friend. Every friend isn't supposed to be the same. She's not the friend that I want her to be. Even though we had different personalities, we always had fun together. It was never a dull moment. Even though I'm doing this story time, I'm going to be real, like I said, because I wouldn't have been friends with y'all if I wasn't, honestly. But I'm just letting y'all know, like, and Scammer, it was something about her that I just liked. I didn't look up to in certain ways. But y'all are going to see the change, which we're going to get into. I'm never going to take away the good times that I had with these people, even though I want to sometimes. I can't post the videos on it because I don't want to show you guys her face. I'm not going to put these people out there, but I had it on my Instagram. We always doing stuff together, always going out, having a great time, laughing, joking, giggling, downright just being stupid. We was always outside. We always did stuff. So that's why I was like, it's crazy how it ended like this, but it did. There were things that happened in beauty school before we're even going to get into the part or the story where I really want to talk about, which is why I actually call her Scammer, which I want to go ahead and get into. Overall, some weird things that I started to notice or just things that started to happen. One day, one of our friends at beauty school, and she was opening a shop up, and we were all going out there to post her flyers and the things that she wanted. Was walking around, giving them the cards and giving them to people walking around, and we were out there helping her with her business. And it's time for me to go, right? So y'all know I didn't have a car back then. I called my mom up. I said, Mama, can you come get me? Mama came and got me. I know I sound a little ratchet sometimes, but my mama came and got me and she picked me up. So I'm getting into the car and she was like, I can't wait to see your mama. Like she wanted to see my mama so bad to tell her something. She went to my mama and she was like, your daughter is so spoiled. This is what she said. And this is like around the first month or two of us knowing each other. And Mom, look, But she ain't saying that she was laughing. She's like, yeah, she is. I'm going to get into that on why she called me spoiled, y'all. Y'all know how y'all have those weeks in school? It's like a week full of things where they ask y'all to do certain things, like dress up like a cartoon character or something. I can't remember what it's called. Those days, we had those in beauty school. It was mismatch day. I had on this white shirt and some regular jeans, right? And then I put on mismatched shoes. And the two mismatched shoes that I had on was Jordan. It wasn't really mismatched, but it was. But I just wanted to put that shit on. And I put that shit on. Like the pants I had were Levi's with the rips in the jeans. And I had on this pretty white shirt, white tee. But my Jordans were, I can't remember the names. I'm not good with names when it comes to shoes. But I had on some Jordans on the left side, which were, it was blue and purple at the bottom. And then on the other side was a different pair, which were purple and blue. But it didn't look bad. It still looked good. And when I walked into school today, people were like, oh my gosh, like you look pretty. And I did look cute. Like I could have wore like a regular outfit and not been, why you got on mismatch. It looked really good. And the people in school were just talking because they all said, dang, you're always spoiled. Because I always had my nails done back in the day because my auntie used to always take me to the nail salon. So I would tell y'all that first of all. I always had my nails done and I always had my hair done. My mom still would get my hair done because I didn't have a job. I always had my hair done differently and she would literally like, I'll either have a wig on, I'll have my braids, or sometimes I have a perm. I don't put perms in my hair no more. My hair been natural ever since I left beauty school, which was in 2016. It will always be done. I'll always have a bust down. That's why she called me spoiled.
I know you don't have a job. I know you're not working for this, so your mama doing all this. And then you got on these shoes, and you always got a bag, you always got a purse.
Then it was one time, it was this burgundy, Michael Kors backpack purse. Me and her both seen, and we were talking about it. I told her, I'm going to get that bag and just pay it off. So that's what we did. And I said I was going to get it because that's what I wanted. But it was going to be an early Christmas gift. Initial plan was for us to both get it. So that's why they called me spoiled. I'm not going to cap. I am spoiled. Now I work for my stuff. And the funny thing is you call me spoiled, right? But this girl is spoiled too. Her mama get her stuff all the time. You have a car, but you're calling me spoiled. I don't have a car yet. I just get the random stuff. But like I said, you always got to have your hair done. You always got to look your best. And one thing my mom would never do is let me not look my best. So don't worry about my nails. Like I said, who did my nails? My auntie didn't want to go to the nail salon alone, so she would always take me to go to the nail salon with her, and she'll get my nails done. Like at the time when she was calling me spoiled, we was actually struggling at the time, but you would never know. Nobody would ever know I was struggling. And my friend Bessie, when she found out we were struggling, she was like, girl, I can't tell that you're struggling. You're not supposed to. I ain't supposed to sit here and show the bad all the time. I don't want to look like I'm struggling, even if I'm struggling. I'm still trying my best to look up to par. You're supposed to always present yourself as a certain type of person. If you see that I'm not doing good, you're going to be thinking I'm doing bad. You would never know I'm doing bad. I will always be looking like I'm doing good. It's not up to you to know if I'm doing bad. People like to see you when you doing bad. Like I said, everything started to go up after a while, started to just change and started getting me a job, started doing stuff. But I always did do something, even if I didn't have a job. I did people eyelashes, I did people makeup. I didn't like hair, like I said, but I done did a couple of sew-ins. I did a couple crochets. I still did stuff to make money. I wasn't just sitting on my butt. Hey, first few months of school, I would always bring these little Vienna sausages. And like I said, we were struggling at the time, so I really didn't have money for food. So personally, what I would start to do I would bring my little Lunchables and stuff like that. And they always talk about me like, girl, why don't you ever eat? And I'm just like, I was okay because I was I'm very fat now, y'all. Back then I was so small and I shouldn't have started listening to them. And they was like, girl, you need to eat. So what they'll start doing was they'll start going out to eat, right? And my one friend from beauty school, we ain't talked in a long time, but this is my friend, my girl back then. She would always be like, girl, I'll get you something to eat. And I'm like, no, because I didn't like asking people. I don't like asking people for nothing. I really don't. They didn't know I was struggling because I didn't tell them, but I'm just saying, I don't want people to be like, let me buy you food. And she had a lot of kids, so I was like, I don't want to take away from your kids because I already knew her. Like, we started talking, I started learning her, and she like, let me buy you food. Her name is Kay. We're going to call her Kay. And I was like, no, I'm good. So sometimes she would still buy me food. And I'm like, girl, I told you no. But they started going all to these restaurants and stuff, right? So normally, sometimes I would go home and I'd tell my mama, and she'd be like, I'm just like giving you $25, and you just make that $25 last for a week. And the crazy thing is, back in the day, $25 lasted a week. Now I don't. My 25 lasted a week. So we'll start going to this. It was a mall right across the street from the Empire that we could walk to. So sometimes we'll go in there and they'll have, it's a place called, it was a restaurant called Fork in the Road. And we started getting boneless wings with the fries. And I think that was like $6, honestly, with the drink. And they had some chicken Alfredo, but I was on a budget, so I was trying to find stuff in my budget range. So them boneless chicken that we got from there with the, it was mild with lemon pepper sprinkles. She put me on, Scammer put me on to that. And I loved it ever since. I'm like, girl, I still love you for that, even though I don't like you right now. I still love you because you put me on to that. And that's the best tasting wing I've had. Boneless wings, and I said extra crispy, dry. Ooh, I'm thinking about them things right now. And them fries are so good. Then they had this little burger joint in that mall. They had American Deli in that mall. Then we would go to McDonald's some days. And then we had the freaking Subway down the street. We had Panera Bread down the street. So I was always eating. So that's why I gained my weight. I used to eat all that. But I made that $25 last the whole week. I promise you. I worked some months after all that. When you first start beauty school, you're in like the classrooms. Then they take you out the classrooms when you're like moved on and you're about to finish. Now you're on the floor and you actually have to deal with customers. We're out of the classrooms. We're doing hair. We're having to actually deal with our clients. We got clients coming in and coming out. It was getting you ready for you to be outside and having to take that. And sometimes they'll have you the reception desk. Some days we'll be in the dispensary and we'll have to pass out the shampoo, the conditioner. This day I was doing the hair. I couldn't go out too much with them. Instead, Scammer had the car, so Scammer or Kay will go out and they'll get the food for us, right? I said they was all done with the hair, so they were all planning to go to McDonald's. So I'm like, oh, I do want because I didn't have lunch. And I'm like, dang, I can't, I'm going to McDonald's. So I couldn't go and I have no cash on me because I had my card. My stupid self, why I give her my card? I didn't know no better. I'm stupid. I know. I'm very young. Like I said, I'm 18. Haven't really did that. Never did that before. Don't know why I did this day. And I wasn't thinking, I really wasn't. Very dumb. And I know now not to do that. And I'm 25. Back then, me was very stupid and gullible. Told her what I wanted, gave her my card. They did come back with what I asked for. She did the crazy thing about leaving the receipt in my bag. So when I got home that night, like I said, my mom only gave me $25 to work with. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Why? How much that meal was back in the day? It was probably like $5 and some change, or close to $6. I seen a little extra on it. It wasn't $20, but it was about $20. She got her whole meal. And this is around the time where, like I said, we were struggling. So I normally tell my mama certain things because I wasn't ahead of my own account because I didn't have a job. She did all putting stuff in my savings account. Amber ended up overdrafting my account. I had to tell my mom. The funny thing is my mama checked my account. I don't know why. She always checked my account. I had to tell her regardless, and she was just like, what happened? You went over your amount, or how'd you spend this much when you knew you had already ate out the week? And this was a Friday. So like I said, she gave me $25 every Monday. So she was really pissed off, hungry. I had to lie for her, and I had to say somebody else was really hungry, and I forgot. Girl was going to get food, and I couldn't go with her. She's like, girl, you do not give anybody your card because they could take a picture. Y'all are going to see why I say this, because it's going to come back to bite me in that. It is. Don't give nobody your card. They can take a picture of the front and the back. Why did I do that? Why? Somebody. Stupid. Gullible. I'm young. I know. And I know some of y'all like, you're young, you didn't know. But some things you are supposed to know. I was thinking about the food. I was being fat. I was like, oh, y'all going to get something to eat. I want something to eat. I ain't had no cash. Only had my card on there. So that's why I did it. But still stupid. I should have just waited. And I could have walked to the Subway like I normally do sometimes. Walked to the Subway and got me something to eat. But they came to me and it was like, we're going to McDonald's. So from that day on, my mom was like, don't do that again. And you want to know what mom said? Because I don't know if I told y'all this. But scammer is from New Orleans. I'm not talking about all New Orleans people when I say this. But a lot of them are shiesty. Not everybody from New Orleans. Because I know some good people from New Orleans. I do. But some of them are shiesty. Some people from here are shiesty. I'm from Atlanta. So I know people are shiesty from here too. Then, let me put this out there. This girl's from Decatur. She's from Decatur. Like, again, not talking about people from Decatur. My cousins, my family, all from Decatur. Cousins, aunties from Decatur. They shiesty. I can tell y'all a freaking little story time real quick. I'm going to do it real quick. And this had nothing to do with the story. My auntie goes to hairstylists, goes to people hair salons, and tell her she don't like the style, but she get the style. And don't pay them. Have an auntie that do that. My mama told me, that girl is from Decatur. You don't trust nobody from Decatur. I should have listened. When she told me, I'm going to watch your card. She did it ever since. I got me a job and got my own account. She watched my card. Y'all gonna see why and what happened. Don't do it. Don't get nobody your card. They can take a picture from front and back. I done told my mom, but when we were starting to become cool, and I'm telling her where she's from and everything, she's like, oh, she from up there? My granddaddy and them stay on Glenwood. But she from the cat. Go see why. I said it. But that's crazy. That's crazy. They started doing things after school. Like, we had this Brunner Brothers thing, but we could all go to Brunner Brothers to get the tickets from them at school, which is cheaper than getting them online. Excuse me. This time, I ended up buying the tickets, and she had told her, she was like, I'm gonna drive down there. So she was like, she'll come and get me. Made sure I gave her 20, even though gas wasn't $20. But still, I just like to give people gas money from riding their car. Gave her some gas money. But I'm very thankful of what people do for me. And even though they ain't nothing, yeah, you coming to get me. You start going out the way to get me. Because you could have went straight there because she literally was a little closer. But you came all the way out to get me. So I really appreciate when people do stuff like that for me. Because you don't have to. Nobody have to do nothing for me. So I gave her the money. We had a great time when we went there. She bought something. She bought her a little vanity from there to have like, it's a suitcase, but it opens up like a vanity. She didn't really do makeup or nothing, but she did have some makeup that she did have like lip glosses and stuff. But she wanted it so bad. So I'm like, okay, I'm letting you guys know now. You call me spoiled, but you buying stuff like that, and that thing was $500. But I'm spoiled. I did come in with some money too, because my mama gave me some money. I had hundreds of, I think I had like $300 to $400. So I couldn't get the thing, but I knew it was on my list of things to get. But I actually wanted an impression vanity, which I ended up getting years later. And my mom did buy me that. And that thing is expensive. So I really do appreciate my mom and my dad. They don't have to take care of me, even though I'm adult, but they still do whenever they can. And that's why I try to repay back everything I do get from them. But yeah, so the girl got that, and I was just getting like a couple of hair products. I got some Keisha K.R. lip glosses right here. I don't know if y'all can see them. Some lipsticks. Keisha K.R. was there. I got to meet her, Gucci Mane's wife. I love her. She's so pretty. We had a great time there. But I'm just letting you guys know I gave her the gas money, and she did come and get me. So I do appreciate it, and she took me home. We're done with beauty school. I'm not going to talk about beauty school no more until I do some actual beauty school horror stories. Okay, because I had a lot of beauty school horror stories, and I know y'all guys are going to want to hear those. But now we're done with the beauty school for right now. We're going into us actually being friends outside of school. Becoming friends, now we're getting closer. So, as like I said, A year later, after we did the school, she started having parties. She'll be like, girl, you want to come? Now we're going to bring Bestie into play because that's when Bestie we started hanging out with her. Some of the story times on us having them hotel parties because they were wild too. We started going to her hotel parties and then vice versa. Like, I would end up having parties. I started having Airbnb parties that I would invite them to and things like that. So we started becoming a little closer than, you know, just we the I'ma call you up friends now. We outside friends now. So every time we wanted to do something, you know, I'd be like, girl, I'm having this little Airbnb party. They would pull up. She'll bring her pink Whitney bottle, do them little shots. She'll put them shots in my mouth. So when you hang out with somebody outside of the workplace or the school, you're gonna like end up becoming closer. So we started having a bond with each other now. I started developing like the little sister vibe. I looked at her like she's an older sister to me. So that's why this story really hits hard for me. I was hurt by the things that she started doing to me. She may not think of it, but my feelings, like, I'm a Cancer. Y'all know we sentimental. We emotional. Over past the car situation, but when I tell y'all, I was taken aback by that card thing. I was kind of like, I just know I can't really trust you, but I'm cool with you. So I should have really stopped the friendship then, but that was so long ago. Now we're into like a different year. I'm not even thinking about the card thing no more, but me looking back at it now, I should have been looking at her a little more differently. I should have really been like, okay, you did that with the card situation, you do anything. And I didn't confront her about a card thing. That's the one big mistake that I did. I was just like overlooking it. And because I found out about it when I got home. And my mom told her, she was like, don't do it again. So I just left it alone. I should have never left it alone. Because old me, high school me, was me. I got a little soft throughout the years. I'm very like loving now. I love people. Back then I used to hate everybody. I should have never stopped that. And I'm going to tell y'all another mistake that I had back then. I was down bad for a friend. I'll take whatever I could get. I just want to be outside. That's my biggest downfall. I should have just been outside by myself. But it's not safe. But still, it's not safe anyway. Hard up for a friend because I'd be so bored and I want to go out. I need to learn how to sit in the house. Get somewhere and sit down. My mom used to tell me that as a child. All moms used to say that. Get somewhere and sit down. I should have been somewhere and I should have sat down. Because, I see why your moms take you there. I should have listened. That's some problem. That's your problem now, baby. You don't listen. We gotta learn the hard way. You are supposed to put blame on the other person, but sometimes you gotta look at yourself. And I know how to be alone because I was alone for a long time. I didn't have friends and stuff like that. But I felt like when I started having them and started going around people, I felt like I was supposed to, you know, keep them close and keep them grounded. And I did not like to let people go because I've been through a lot, like I said, and it stemmed from stuff that happened to me from my past. But I'm gonna get into that another time too. But like I was saying, I blame myself for that personally, and I can't really blame. She didn't have to keep doing that to me either, but I should have been like paid attention more and should have been like on my P's and Q's when it came to that. Baby, you don't deserve this. I was okay with letting this stuff happen because I was like, dang, I just want somebody around, and I love how it feels when people are around. Don't nobody want to be alone for real. It's not fun. And I can tell you because I got story times of me being alone, and I was going through the worst years of my life. And I felt like no one cared. I just felt like if I was gone, nobody would be mad. Like I said before, I was like, a bitch is always on her P's and Q's. A Cancer always know when something about to happen. And I feel it, but I let it keep boiling to the point where it gets like that. I'm normally that person to speak on it. So I don't know why. I feel like it's because I want her to be my friend. I don't know if you guys know this, but if y'all see this tattoo on my arm, it's of my brother and sister. I had an older brother and sister. I didn't get to meet them. They passed before I was even born. But I feel like I just craved having an older sister. I look at you like a sister, and you're doing stuff like that to me. I had cousins and stuff that I was close with when I was kids. When we grew up, we all went our separate ways. Everybody started to leave me at this time. I had close cousins leaving, moving on. And that's what life is. You're supposed to move on. But I started to feel so alone. Didn't have anybody. Didn't have people my age. And at this time, I was just trying to find anything. And when I love somebody, I love somebody. It's not no fake love. It's really real love. So she didn't know she was taking on that from me. She didn't know that she was filling in that void for me of having an older sister. Even though we didn't have real conversation, it was still fun to be around her. And I could hang out with her people and just be so out of life with the things that were actually going on at the time. And I craved that. That was a my thing, not a her thing. That was not on her to do that. It was not. And I can tell you that. I can be real and say that. That's my fault. It's my problem. I got to handle that. So that's exactly what it was. I looked at her and I wanted her to be something she wasn't. Blame yourself sometimes. Sometimes you have to. Now we're getting on to the point of the story where I started to pay attention to her. So like I said, we were going out all these different places, right? She having these hotel parties. So she talking about I'm spoiled again, but she doing all this stuff, having these parties, having hotel rooms. I'm paying attention to her now because I'm starting to see that she's falling out with a lot of people. So at her hotel party, she would have a different group of friends every single time. She had a hotel party almost every year. Every year I'm finding out she's falling out with somebody. I'm asking like, where this person at? She's saying they're snakes. They be buying her in the bag. She gotta let them go. So I'm like, sometimes when people, I'm gonna have a lot of falling out story times too, but I'm gonna tell y'all why I follow people. I ain't afraid to tell y'all who crazy. I know I'm crazy, but still, sometimes I ain't crazy. She just starts saying everybody's snakes. I'm like, what is everybody doing? And I ask her. I do. I be like, where is this person? They're not around no more. They're snakes. So I'm looking at her like she crazy. I'm just like, okay. I be like, what happened? She won't explain. If you can't explain what happened and somebody asking you a question on why, it's not like she didn't want to. She couldn't. It was nothing nobody did to her. She was literally in denial the whole time. It's her. And she didn't know what to say. So I'm sitting here like, where's this girl? Where's this other girl? And she a liar too. So that's one thing I gotta tell y'all too when these stories tell me she's a liar. This girl ended up telling me years later that I was her friend the whole time. And she laughed about it, like, why are you lying? You be lying and saying this person your sister, this person your cousin, and I just can't get down with you. She said no, she said the girl was her sister. So I'm like, you just fell out with your sister? And she's like, no, that girl was my friend. I'm like, but I call her sister. No, you said sister like that was your blood sister. Oh, bestie about it, and I told my mom about it. I'm like, she's starting to fall out with a lot of people. It might be you. I know when somebody keep falling out with somebody that says them, you gotta pay attention to that. I'm putting that out there for y'all so y'all understand. So she knew the kind of person I was. So one of these parties she had, we ended up staying in her brother's bedroom, me and Bessie. So you trust me. I can't trust her to come stay over my house and stay in my room. I can't trust her. I can't trust her to come over here. I never, like, if I hang out with her, I gotta go get a hotel room, I gotta get an Airbnb. I don't trust that. And I knew, I'm telling y'all I knew. Because I'm like, if I can't trust you to come over and I let Bestie come over to my bed, I can't trust you. He stayed in her brother's bedroom. He wasn't in there. He slept, I don't know if he slept on the couch or what, but I'm saying you trust us. So if you could trust me, I should in return be able to trust you as a friend, right? People don't understand that. So you know I'm a good person.
Said out her mouth before that was a good friend, per her words.
One thing about a Cancer, I'm gonna let you guys know now, we're very aware, we're very intuitive, and people don't understand that. Like, we sense stuff before it even go down, and we can literally know what's about to happen, but we will overlook it and be like, no, we're crazy. And that's one thing that I did. That's the problem I have. Seeing that, oh, this girl is a bit off, but I didn't want to believe it. I didn't think about it some more and be like, hey, you gotta cut it off. We're just going out. We weren't like real besties. We were freaking friends that were good at and able to link up. That's what we were, and I knew that. So I didn't think it was gonna ever come to bite me. More so of giving the people the benefit of the doubt. I think this, but maybe I'm just tripping. We're not just tripping. If you ever think that you're tripping, you're not tripping. There's something going on and something finna happen. If you ever get that feeling of, oh, I shouldn't go, or oh, I shouldn't do this, you should listen. And all the times that I did listen, I was safe. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's God telling you or trying to save you. But if you don't listen, you'll end up being messed up. And a lot of times, like even with the guys I would try to talk to back then, something was telling me, don't do it. I ain't do it. So sometimes you have to listen, even when it comes to friends or even when it comes with a relationship, anything. If you're feeling very unaware or feeling like you can't, don't do it. 9 times out of 10, don't do it. And I'm telling you this because I know personally, and I'm going to have stories. I got stories. I'm going to tell you guys, like, listen to me. If you don't listen to nobody else, listen to me. I'm not going to spit you no lies. I want you guys to listen. I'm here as y'all big sister. Hey, don't do it. Big sister or little sister. That's wise, I guess. In between this time, like I said, I already knew we would just go out buddies, right? But I started realizing that I was calling her more than she was calling me. Like, only reason she'll call me if she want to go somewhere or want to do something. I started realizing I was the one that was like actually calling her to check up on her and see if she's doing good, how her family doing. I would be that one. She would never ask me how my family's doing, and she not got a family. So I know y'all gonna be like, how did you go out with Miami with this person? But y'all gonna see why, because like I said, we started hanging out. She started meeting more of my family because I started having parties and she started coming to them. So don't ask that question yet. Y'all, it's still crazy because, like, I think if you go out of town with somebody and be in the house with somebody's family that you wouldn't do some of the things you did, but you still did. Around this time, this is 2020. 2020 is when I first got my real job. I started getting that paycheck. I was 21 around this time. So I'm making money. Got a lot of money coming in now. And I want to do stuff like I'm outside, and I know COVID was out here, but I was still outside. I was outside doing something all the time. Me and Bessie would be outside. We'll literally be like, let's go to this lounge, let's go to this bar. I felt like I was so inside for a long time. Sometimes it's fun to be outside. It's dangerous and it's fun, and it gives you that sense of living. And I started living, and I think that's what it was. I know it was still COVID. We didn't care. I cared, but I didn't. I was like, got one life, gotta live it. Because if we do, I know that I lived. That ain't the way to think, but that's what happened. So started living a little more, started going out, doing any little thing. Why a lot of people, and I tell you, it wasn't just Scammer that said this. It was a lot of people. They were like, dang, y'all always doing something. Like, we was going to lingerie parties. Anytime somebody had something, we there. Started hosting parties, started doing everything. So Scammer was one of those people that was like, dang, why y'all don't invite nobody to go out? I hate those type of people. This whole year, and I tell y'all, people who I didn't even know, or people that was like, it was literally somebody I didn't know one time, and sometimes it was people that were in my high school that weren't even in the same grade as me. It was like, you want to come to this, want to come to this? Because I kept posting being outside. I was a hot commodity at the time, and I'm saying it's being funny when I say this, but I'm saying I was a hot commodity. People were asking me to come to this, come to that, let's do this, let's do that. So at this time, I'm over here, I'm like, okay, I'm finna go out. Why the heck do I gotta ask you? If you wanna go somewhere, I should not have to ask you if you wanna do something. All you have to do is call my phone and say, girl, let's link. I'm going to be there. I will have to plan out because I still work. I hate those people that be like, dang, why you ain't invite me? And then when you invite them, they don't come. If you want to do something with me, we need to plan it out. And it'd be like, me and Bessie work well when it comes to that. Everybody else be like, let's just do something. You don't just plan on the day of trying to do something. Because we're older. We have responsibilities. I have bills now. I have rent. I have things like that. Got to put money into this. We're older. I'm 21. I'm not a baby no more. I'm not a kid. I'm not 19. I can't just play around and I got to have my money for stuff now. I got to pay my phone bill. Got to do this. Put gas in the car. Got to do all that. Right? So you're asking me, like, why don't you just say, let's go out to this place. I want to go here. Or why I got to sit here and always be like, hey, I'm finna do this. You want to come? Why I got to do that? You're grown. If you want to hang out, just say that. If you want to hang out, just say that. Literally, everybody else do it. Why you can't do it? And it pisses me off when people do that because I want to do everything. Hit me up and let me know if you want to do something. I don't like going places alone. It's not safe. Like, people do that solo trip and stuff thing. I don't do that. I'm not going to go on a solo trip when things I know are worse than they ever were. If you okay with that, that's on you. I'm just personally not. I think about things. And so before we even went to Miami, we started doing everything. We started going to food places I eat. We started going to Dave & Buster's. We went to Andretti's. We went out everywhere. All these little places they have in Atlanta, we started going. Really outside. Now she's outside with us. Because now she see that she could just ask to come go somewhere and we go. And sometimes she'll be like, I want to get out the house. So we do stuff. That's how you do it. You ask somebody if they want to go out. Can't nobody read your mind. If you want to go somewhere, just ask me, and I'm going to say yes. And I still say yes. And I'll be wanting to go sometimes. I'll be wanting to just chill, but I still go. And the funny thing is, you can't say I'm lying because I keep all my receipts. Everything is on my Instagram. I post almost everything I do when I do something. I vlog. I'm a content creator. That's what I'm supposed to do. So why would you say I'm lying? Why would you even play with me like that? And y'all know I keep my receipts. I did it before I even started content creating. I was keeping my receipts. I had one of my best friends that I see him every once in a while, and he'd be on his own thing. He's a character too. He called me screenshotter. I keep all of my receipts. We laugh to this day about it. Nobody can lie and say I did something. And I tell you, I really don't do stuff to people. People think they can get over on me.
Think again.
I'm the type of friend that always have to end up paying for everything. I took that slack up and saying everybody else just supposed to give me the money and don't never give me the money. A lot of the time she was supposed to cash at me. She didn't cash at me. But if it's her, if she end up paying for something, like, you don't know if you go bowling, they be one card on, right? When she did it this one time, this girl was like, give me the money back up front of person. Like, in front of, when everybody was there, everybody had to give her money. She wanted it then and there. Why you don't do that when it's somebody else? Why you don't go ahead and cash at me when we right there? Why? And it's my fault because I know. Why don't I sit there and tell somebody to do that? I don't know. Like I told you, I don't know what happened to me. I used to be mean. Maybe I feel bad when I fight people and put my hands on people. I really do. Like, but some people do deserve it. I'm sorry. I don't want to say fight people, but some people deserve to have it put on them. Because I'm just saying, you over here telling me then and there to get your money back. But why don't you think about that when somebody else is paying? I don't get that. Personally, will be in my own head, and I wish I could read my thoughts out loud sometimes because I want people to be like, I be thinking something. I be like, dang, you don't think that way when it's me though? But you want me to do it for you. Like, I be really thinking like that. And I should say it out. When I tell y'all people call me mean, when I say things that I actually think, so I just be like, no, I'm not gonna be mean. I should just be mean. It's just, things don't be reciprocated, and you be trying to go above and beyond for much. So y'all know when you go out of town to like certain places, I say like the Miami's, the Atlanta's, places like that, they be wanting you to pay with just one card. So like I said in the beginning, when everybody got a different payment. So you have to add up basically what everybody got and try to add it up. But it's not going to be right. It's not right. And then you got to wait for somebody to cash app you. I just be wanting the places, here, I'm going to take your car, I'm going to take your car. Let's all pay for our own food. Unless somebody just out of the front group be like, I want to pay for everybody. When if somebody takes that slack, because sometimes I don't be mad for real. I'll do it just to be kind. Because it's okay to pay for your friends every once in a while. But still, it's like, but it's not if they ain't ever doing it for you. I'm the friend that always takes up that slack when somebody be like, put the card up. I put my card up because you be sitting back waiting for somebody to put their card out. Don't nobody go to their wallet. So one thing about me, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I already knew Bessie's situation. So like I said, if y'all see my Miami story time, then y'all know. I already know what she got to take care of. Me and Bessie got that friendship where it's like, if you get it this time, I'll get it the other time. Me and her we already had that, but I didn't have that friendship with Scammer. When I be sitting back with people and I go out with people and they don't be pulling out their wallet, I already know 9 times out of 10, who gonna be the one that has to pay? Oh, it's not that. It's gonna be your girl. You know, when people send back, just don't reach for their wallet. Don't even have to. They know the other person got it. How do y'all know? What if I didn't actually have it? Why do y'all always think I'm supposed to do something? But it's my fault because I don't have to do it. I could literally just sit back too. But who want to be here for an hour trying to figure out who's finna pay? Y'all know nobody's finna divide the price to have the seat. And I'm going to tell y'all what we got. This is the when we went to Louisiana Bistro. And that place was good. Everything I ate was good. So we got them strawberry daiquiris. All 3 of us. It's 3 of us that went. We all got desserts. We got beignets. Then I got a jambalaya. I forgot what them 2 had. Then we had an appetizer. How much I think that bill came out to? I got responsibilities at home. I do. I got my own. I pay rent. I pay bills. That bill came out to 200 and something. Yeah. So I see why they didn't want to pay. And they look at me like,
oh, you don't have as many responsibilities because we got cars and you don't.
At the time, right? But I still got my own responsibilities. To be the only one to take care of that. But I guess it's okay because it's moi, right? So, okay, did that. So, like I said, I'm pretty much the one that got to take care of the bills and etc. That's on me. I didn't have to take on that task, but I did. And right after we left the Louisiana Bistro, we went to Ross. It's because we knew we was going out to Miami. So, I was looking for a jacket for work, too. So, we went to all these different places. Why wouldn't we go to Ross They quick to buy something. But y'all wasn't quick to take out y'all wallet when we was at the food place. But y'all out here taking out y'all wallet when y'all trying to buy something for yourselves. She was about to buy this chair, but she knew she couldn't fit in the car. And it was a chair for her little vanity. You about to buy all this, and she bought some stuff there. You quick to buy that, but you ain't quick, for when the bill comes to the table. But you quick for this because something you want to buy. But I'm just throwing this out there. This girl kept herself up. She had her hair done all the time, her nails, and eyelash. Y'all know eyelashes extensions are 100 plus. But you got all this stuff. But I'm just letting you know, like, you spend your money on what you want to spend your money on. But why for me, you want me to take on the task of everything? Still ain't got the cash up yet, y'all. Still ain't got the cash up yet. Throwing that out there, too. So then, like I said, we went to Andretti's. At Andretti's, I didn't pay, but we would go to Dave & Buster's. We went to Dave & Buster's twice, I think, that year. So I'm paying for the bowling. And again, y'all know when you do bowling, they normally want one card. Be worrying nobody about cash up me. I'm like, okay, I could just get this. But I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't have to. Personally, I'm the friend that be like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and cash up before you even have to say. I don't know why nobody ever has enough on their card. You shouldn't be going out if you don't have enough, honestly. And that's really what it is. Even when you talk about going on vacation, you shouldn't be going out if you ain't got enough to take care of certain things. And I hate that when you go to these places, they don't be having where you could just pay separate. They always want you to pay on one card. And that's one thing that messes people up too. That's why people do be falling out with a lot of their friends like, dang. And it be over money, which it shouldn't have to be that way. But like I said, why she couldn't be like bestie? I got you this time, I get you next time, or you get this time, I get it next time. Why can't it be like that? But me and bestie was in sync when it came to that. Y'all remember in like the beginning part of the story time when I was like the car situation? So now, it's been years since that happened, right? I'm having a problem with my account. Like I said, she could have took a picture of the front, the back. They went to Walmart, got a TV, got a phone. Think about the price of that. How much that could have been. My account will tell me if I'm spending a certain amount of money. So I had to call the bank and see what was going on. And I had to tell them it wasn't me that did it. They'll take somebody's information and run with it. This wasn't that year when we was going out to eat. This is, I think, a year before that. Before we went out of town, I don't know if it was really her. I just know somebody tried to do that. Who I know have an Apple and wants TVs and wants nice things. And wants some money that I know personally done scammed me. I know y'all guys want to hate me, but I'm going to have to cut this video short because it's a long video. I had to do 2 parts. But I had to let you guys know. Before we even go, it happened after the Miami. Y'all are finna really see why I call it a scammer. But y'all see that she's not a good person. Because either way, about getting into the story time when I told you she did use my card and got her a meal and a smoothie and stuff like that. You didn't have to do that. But when you don't speak up, when somebody first do it, they don't keep thinking it's okay. And again, she was like, she did not like the fact that I was spoiled. And I find that weird because I'm like, you shouldn't think of that with your friends. Like, you should be okay for them to be spoiled. Like, I don't care if my friend's spoiled. She was spoiled in my opinion. She really was. Like, I personally understand. And now before we even end this story time, I gotta tell y'all, I had bought some Uggs from her one time. And she was selling her stuff, giving it away for a certain price. She sold me a pair of Uggs because she was trying to get rid of her stuff. She had some nice things that she was getting rid of for a couple of dollars. So all this is kind of confusing to me. And now hearing it back and telling you guys, I'm starting to think like, to be down bad trying to sell her stuff. She had purses on there. She had Michael Kors things on there, belts and stuff like that. She was selling for a little bit. I asked her how much for those Ugg slippers. This girl is going to tell me damn near what the Ugg slippers cost. I'm like, that really ain't taking nothing off, but I wanted them so bad because I just wanted a new pair of Ugg slippers. So I was like, I'll buy them. Stupid old me, little stupid old me wanted to buy the slippers for some odd reason. Because I just want some new shoes. I want everything that I see. So that's my problem too. And I'm okay to tell y'all that. Only me. I'm like, okay, I want the slippers. Buy the slippers. Ugg slippers are 100 something, right? They were dang near $85. So that's not half the price. You could have bought them down to 50 or 60. It was 85. I had to give her $85. She didn't have the box that came in, which was okay. She just gave them to me in my hand, gave her my cash, didn't give her no card because she didn't have no card thing anyway. So I just gave her the cash for them. I went to her house too. She should have bought them to me because I bought them. And for that price, she should have bought them to me. But I went all the way up to Glenwood and I went to go get them slippers because I wanted them so bad. I went all the way up, pulled up to get my shoes because I wanted them. So, slippers, get back home, trying to see how because her foot is bigger than mine. I'm a 7. When it comes to women, she's an 8. It don't matter when it comes to us if it don't look that bad. Now, like, me getting a 9 would have looked bad, but the 8 didn't look bad on me. Put the slippers on. They were worn. She told me, and I know some of the things she did, like the purse she did wear, but she personally told me that these weren't worn yet. She didn't even get to wear them. Put my foot in them. The shoe was wet. The fur slipper was wet. I don't know if she put them somewhere and it just got water on them or something, but I'm pissed. I had to text her, like, why were these wet? She's like, they're not supposed to be wet. Acting dumb again. She literally took a day to text me, y'all. She texted me back a day later. And I'm just like, okay. So now I'm not as really pissed about it as I was that day because it's a different day. And people know to do, if somebody argues with you and they send a text like that one day, they'll wait for you to kind of not be so pissed off about it the next day. If you don't know that, I'm telling y'all that I'm putting y'all on that now. So like, say if somebody takes you pissed off right now, wait a day. It's gonna go by. They ain't gonna be as pissed as they was. They gonna still be pissed, but not as pissed. So I'm not as pissed as I was that day. So she waited a day to text me back. And I know this girl be on her phone. She was on social media because they got a green light under your name. But you don't see my text. And I'm just like, why was the shoes wet? She's like, the shoes wasn't supposed to be wet. I don't know what happened. And I'm thinking, because she have a little bitty dog that the dog peed on them. That's what I think. And if you gave me a shoe that your dog peed on, you're a disgrace. You're disgusting. She got this little bitty dog.
I know little dogs cost, plus she be buying clothes for her dog, so who really got the money?
And it's trifling to take for somebody to give you something that's something that peed on if you know personally. And maybe she don't know. But I can't keep giving her the benefit of the doubt. But she didn't give me the shoes in no bag or nothing. She gave it to me in hand. So I'm pretty sure she felt the slippers before she gave it to me. But that's how trifling this girl is if she did do that. And I'm pretty sure she felt it. But you wanted to get them off your hands. And wanted that moolah. So I'm telling y'all something now that I think it was something going on with her before. I'm telling y'all, I think it was something going on this whole time. Or I don't know if she had to pay something off or something. I know personally a scammer's a scammer. And I know because I dealt with her. And y'all going to see why she really called scammer. And I'm going to do this story time next week. Stay in tune for this one. Because part 2 is going to be way better than this one. This one was a little something slight. And me really getting into her being a trifling biatch. But y'all really going to figure it out. I see that I'm a different friend than she is. And it's not okay. And I don't want y'all to come be like, stop saying it's your fault. I'm going to take my blame. Because even with just other friends in general, I'm always like, I got you. I'm that caring person that wants to just care for somebody and I understand people's story. Like, if I hear a sad story right now, I'm going to be so sad and I want to fix it for you. It could be a stranger. And that's something I got to control. And y'all know, if y'all read up on cancers, y'all know that we're sentimental, we're emotional. We can literally, if somebody's feeling a certain type of way, I can feel it too. Like, if you're about to cry, I'm going to cry with you. I don't even have to know you. I'm a sucker for a sad story. But lately, I haven't been. Dealing with people like this has, like, literally stopped me from being a sweet person. And they make sweet people not want to be sweet no more. Next story time, it's going to hurt me. I can't look at her. I'm disgusted. And the person that she was, I'm not really surprised and expecting her to do something like that to me. She could have did it to Bestie. I was more so her friend. Bestie was just, she didn't really text her like that. With me, and y'all knew she was pregnant when we went out of town and stuff like that. So, if y'all listen to my Miami story time again, and I was checking up on her whole pregnancy. So, I'm like, little sis, I am appalled by the way certain people have changed and who they've become. But that's them. And it's all right. Karma's and they gonna get it. and she just had a daughter. I'm not wanting anything to happen to her daughter or nothing like that. I'm not wishing nothing bad on her. I know personally that karma works. You may think you okay and you can't thin ice right now. You may think you on 100 now. It can knock you down. You a nasty person. You think you gonna keep being a nasty person and not in the end? All I gotta do is sit back. The real thing is she don't have me around. I was a real friend to her. Out of all the people she was cool with, I was the real friend. You lost something. I didn't lose anything. I lost a bad person. I was the best friend you wished you had. You think those people around you now are good? I was good to you. I would listen to you. I would, if we had that, what me and Bestie had, it would have been that for you. We just didn't have it because you didn't want to come to me about your problems. And vice versa, because if you're not coming about yours, I'm dang sure not going to come to you about mine. But it's all right. That little money thing that she did, that she put on me, using my card, and even when she took it to McDonald's and used it, like, you could have asked. And I would have told you that I only work, and she knew I worked off for $25 for a week. Friday, you're going to wait till Friday because you know I'm going to get it back Monday. But you ain't saying nothing? So we're going to leave it here. Y'all might hate me for telling a story time like this and saying how gullible I was, but it's okay to be gullible. It's not okay to not learn from your mistakes. I personally had to learn from mine, and I am not the same person I was when I was a kid. I was young. I was dumb, and I was stupid, and I was down bad for a friend. I learned from my mistakes now. I will never let that happen now, ever. And these people who I've been around lately have been great to me. They're putting me on to certain things. I do makeup. They give me clients. They're putting my name out there. When I met this one girl at my job, she worked on sets. She's a camera person. Like when people do movies or TV shows, she's into that. She gave my name to somebody she worked with. This person I don't even call a friend, but that's the person I should call a friend. I didn't know this late years. This girl, seeing the kind of person I was, seeing my heart, told me she still to this day texts me. She don't work at that job no more. Tells me I'm a good person. When I told her thanks, she's like, don't thank me. I'm thankful to have met somebody like you. And that right there, why can't the people who I was friends with for all these years seen that? I feel good. I feel good when I hear that. The one that do my hair, the one to this day be doing stuff for me too. And I never had that. To have that now, I'm thankful. I literally, like I said, me and Bessie ain't friends no more. And y'all gonna see why I did that, but I'm thankful for anything somebody has ever done for me. I really am. Even though I had to leave for certain reasons from these people, Cameron had to take me sometimes to places. She did. That doesn't give you the right to still do what you did. If y'all didn't know, and if y'all look at this story time, y'all are going to understand. I said I'm thankful, but I still had to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. I don't want you guys to be like, oh, don't cry. And like that. I know. I'm gonna let this go. This is going to be it. I don't want to talk about this to them, to nobody else. Do this story time is over. I'm cutting, these people are out. I'm like, there's not going to be another thought in my head. What I wrote on this paper to remember what I'm saying in story times, I'm ripping it up. I am done. I don't want to think about it no more. I'm letting you guys go. I'm cutting it all the way off now. The story times are for me to heal. My healing has already been in work because now that I did story time, I don't have to talk about it no more. I love the woman I'm becoming. I know you guys are going to be like, why you ain't put your hands on this girl? Because you need to grow up. Can't put your hands on everybody even though you want to. I really did in this second story time that I'm about to tell you guys about. You don't play with people's money. You can lose your life over $1. You guys really enjoyed this story time. Comment down below what you guys feel. Can you please thumbs up, and can you please subscribe to your girl's channel? Your girl has been doing good on the views. You guys subscribe to my channel. Y'all got me to my goal. Y'all getting me to my goal as we speak. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Mwah.